we're going to put together this great card base. It's a really good card base to use, really easy, and also it folds flat for mailing. You're looking at 6.5 inches by 4.5 inches for your envelope, and you can have it in so many different sorts, varieties, colorways. Just use your imagination, let it go wild, and you can actually have it up this way if you like, and prefer to have it that way. It stands up both ways nicely. So we're going to see what pieces we've got. Now we've got 2 pieces that have got score lines on them, a larger piece with your score lines down here, and a smaller piece with 2 score lines down here. This is your main part of your card base, and your smaller. And if you lay out all your pieces first, then you won't stick them in the wrong place. So if you just lay them out where they're going to be, I'm doing them in these colorways. You can do it in any colorway you like, whatever you prefer. And that goes on there, and then you've got 2 ones there. So if you do that first, you're not going to stick this one on by mistake or vice versa. So I always lay them out first, and then you can't go wrong. So if we get our card bases and we follow our score lines, I like to put my thumbs there and just gently ease it in, give it a fold, and then do it back the other way. It just works better doing it into the fold first than going the other way. So then that is your top piece there, like that. And then we'll do the same. We've got 4 score lines on the larger piece, so we'll pair those score lines as well, matching it up just so we know that we're getting it nice and straight. Back the other way. And then the little one. You can use your boning tool to make them nice and smooth, but the only thing is you don't want to do it too much, otherwise it's going to get too floppy and your card's not going to stand up nicely. So it's better off to just do it by hand, nice and loosely. Then lay it out again. We'll start with the smaller ones. Now if you lay it over the top like that, and then you can get a good idea of how much you need to lay it down by, because I always find if you've got glue on it, it's easier to do it down like that than instead of trying to come down this way. So just give it a bit of gluing. You can use double-sided tape if you prefer. I prefer glue, or whatever works for you. And down like that. And get them nice and straight. Pat down, and then with our top layer. And the great thing is with this set, you can use all different color combinations and really make each one quite different. You can also, if you don't have any pattern paper, you can use the print and cut feature in Design Space and make your own pattern paper to colour match each other, which is a really good idea. for the ones like this one that I've done, I've just basically got a stamp and made the cardstock, this base cardstock is actually just this one stamp stamped over and over again, and then got a sponge applicator and just coloured around the edges to give it a little bit more definition, makes it look a little bit nicer. Now we want to match this piece up to this piece. We don't want those to look too winky wonky, so keep that nice and straight, and then try and keep those. I mean, you can put it up that way, it doesn't really matter, but it's going to look better if you've got your matching paper up the right way. So just pay attention on that one. It's quite a good card too if you're in a rush, because it doesn't take long to put together. And then we want to match that one up as well. Nice and straight, nice and easy. Move that out of the way for a sec. And now we're going to put our main piece on. Okay, now this is actually going to go like so, and this is going to go on here. So glue that on. Now, so it gets to stand nicely, the best way is to fold it to glue, because then you know it's going to stand and fold perfectly. So put a little bit of glue down here. Unfold like that. Don't unfold it straight away, otherwise it may come up. So depending on what kind of glue you're using and how fast it is. If it's a slow drying glue, just leave it and let it wait for a while. But this is quite a fast acting glue. So then you know now, doesn't matter what way you're going to do it, it's going to be square. Then this one, it's up to you how you want to do it. You can have it down here, you can have it right in, you can have it out if you want to put a sentiment down here. Put it in further if you want a sentiment down this way. If you don't want a sentiment at all, well, you can just center it in the center like that. So I'm going to do this one just in the center. So just under an inch there, and just so we don't get all glue all over the place, I'm just going to use my fingers as a guide. Get it nice and straight. Down like that, and then the same applies. So you're going to get it so it lays nice and flat, glue it down like that, and then you know it's going to go right. So lay some glue there. Lay it down flat. Tuck that in like that. Wait till it's sort of however long to get your glue to adhere nicely. And there you have it, all done. So it's ready to put whatever design you want. On my one, I've got this little flower and a wee stem. Now this one's in Design Space, and I will put the link in the description of what it is. And I have done these little things with print and cut, and they're great to have handy. Happy birthday, thank you, all those sort of things. And we can just put a little wee thank you on it, or something a little bit smaller. And if you put foam dots on it or foam tape, you can just have it sitting up a little higher and it looks so much nicer. So we'll stick that on. I think we'll have it up like that, with that going a little to the side. Put that on. This is one of my favourite design cartridges. Now the link to this file is in the description also. You can go to my cutting file and cut it straight from my design space profile there. And you'll also find all my other designs that you can also cut as well. And then we've got some little foam squares. So we'll put that on there like that. One on the back. Just a couple. Those out of the way. And there you have it, all done. So there's 3 different ways of having the card. It's just up to you of what you want to put on it. It's a really good base. So if you do one, please go to my Facebook page and post your version of it. I'd love to see what you've done.